Alright, 10 block down, start beating down. Let's go. It's Bailoff time. Sure. Blow up my stuff. That's funny. Should have discarded the Razor Bridge ticket. Better lucky than good, chat. Never forget. Eight. The double Bailoff. Sure. You got my seed of hope. Oh, that is a thing. I mean, that was, like, not the worst thing in the world for him. Although, we just get, like, re-temp lock down and kill them, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Hey, Evan, how's it going tonight? Doing good, doing good. Unfortunately, the stream died there for a minute, so we lost our momentum with what we were doing, but that's alright. We'll get back to it. Oh, no, that wasn't toxic. That was fantastic. But we're going to see if we can't make it through a bunch of metagame challenges this evening, see if we can't win some packs. We gave him the Bailoff, chat. We got him so good. This hand seems fine. Ooh, that's brutal. No, this is very much not domain. This is a spicy one that Jerry T 5-0'd with in a league. That's, yeah, there we go. Playing some Oculus, some Cash Grab, some Storm Chasers talents. It's like a hodgepodge of goodies. Beautiful, just like we drew it up. Some of your artifacts. Stock up has been really good. Stock up is one of it's honestly probably the best card out of either drift. Card's real good. There's a second Oculus that doesn't do anything. What do I want to do here? So we'll just pass. Use this town ain't big enough on end step on their turn to bounce some stuff, try to keep our life total a little higher. Just kind of looking for second white source to Overlord of the Haunt, or Overlord of the Mistmoors, or green source to Mist or Hauntwoods here. Five cards is a bunch. Like, getting 3 mana to look at 5 cards and take 2 is huge. Honestly, here, I think I'm supposed to do this now because they can't just shine us Tidebinder or up the Beanstalk trigger, and I think I need that extra card. These Leyline Bindings are looking really, really good right now. Nice 5-mana Banishing Light. Doesn't feel good enough. That's fair. I don't know about the artifact stuff right now. I haven't been super impressed with any artifact shells I've played. Repurposing Bay doesn't quite feel as good as I want it to be. Just sad, because I really like Birthing Pod, and it feels Birthing Pod-esque, just not quite good enough. Opponent's already played land for the turn, so that's good. A green source off the top, an untapped green source would be fantastic. Seed of Hope. We're probably supposed to Seed of Hope. And hope we draw something. Gives us a better shot at hitting something. That's the problem. Yep, I agree. Yes, it does. There's never like a medium artifact deck. Your artifact deck's just almost unplayable or is just cracked. I agree with that. We found a land. It's not untapped, unfortunately, but does mean we can start doing things. Land is great. I think it's just like not good enough to be a competitive standard deck. I just don't think that it's at that point yet, unfortunately. It's nice that opponent's not putting almost any pressure on us, so we just kind of sit here for a while. I have a feeling they're going to Tidebinder our draw, but we'll see. I want to start with this, just kind of see what opponent wants to do. I think that's the problem. It doesn't have any like slam dunk matchups, which I think you need out of those decks for it to be playable. Leveler, and that's even saying something, because Leveler is like a pretty good 8. I think I want to Overlord here, or try to at least. Next turn we will have Leyline Bindings and Sunfalls if we want to cast those. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Portal of Phyrexia is a hell of a Magic card. Portal to New Phyrexia. Your move, opponent. He's got Summoning Sickness. Kind of a weird time to animate your Soulstone Sanctuary. It also can't tap for mana now, so they have Spell Pierce. I'm gonna cry. Damn it. Three, 4, 5, 6. That's what I was thinking too. I didn't think they had a spell there. Spell Pierce got us good. Need a way to gain some life. Where's Zur when you need him, huh? Okay, so we got a Hushwood Verge. We're going to Mist Moors for Impending. Draw a card. Kind of. It's kind of just Bant good stuff. It's an interesting pile of cards that I am currently enjoying quite a bit. How's it going, Rosbear? We technically don't die here, but we're dead to any removal spell. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. We put ourselves in a position where we don't die if opponent has nothing, but if they have anything, we die. Again, this seems like a matchup where Ride Zen's kind of bad, but Temp Lockdown seems incredible. Let's bring those in, cut those, and Sentinels seem good. Let's try this. Can't beat anything, pass turn. Unfortunately, opponent had said thing, which was anything. That Spell Pierce crushed us. If we would have played around Spell Pierce, I think we'd win that game 100% of the time, but I honestly didn't even have Spell Pierce on my radar as a card they could have, which was not great for us. Yeah, exactly. Just gotta play your outs. Sometimes your outs are few and far between, but you gotta play to them. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. We're waiting for this next match. Hope everyone's having a good night. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
So fast.
That's what I do.
Can you hand me a DP?
Yeah.
A regular one if we have one here?
I don't.
That's fine. Thank you.
Alright, our mana base is much more forgiving this game. Ooh, up the Beanstalk. I feel like a true Domain player over here. Finding up the Beanstalk every game on turn 2. Is this how it feels to play Domain? I am very excited for rotation. I cannot wait. I think it will be very, very nice when we get our rotation to come through. I'm truly, truly excited for rotation. I do want an untapped land because I'd kind of like to get Overlord of the Mistmoors down next turn. I'm also stupid excited for the Final Fantasy set. I want it to be here. I'm sad that we have to wait for Tarkir to go through. I want my Final Fantasy cards, and I want them now. I really don't want to let them draw a card for free. So I think I'm just casting Sentinel of the Nameless City. Exactly. I want it. It's going to be great. We know there's going to be a Chocobo pet. There has to be. They have to give me a Chocobo. And I will never use anything different ever. We're going to get a draw card no matter what we do here. May as well take 1 less damage, or 2 less damage by getting rid of this now. I don't think we need another up the beanstalk here. Yeah, it is actually really far away comparatively, because we got what, a month until we get Tarkir, until we get the new Tarkir set. I think like 30-ish days. Start with temp lockdown. I just want to get this Fairy Mastermind out of play so we can stop beating our face. Next turn we can just cast Overlord of the Mistmoors. Oh, that's annoying. Because we get Tarkir next, and then we get, they have a Kaito? Gross. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking for a while, too. That we were getting Universe Beyond next, and then going through. Yeah, month isn't so bad. Not too far away. Well, that's kind of sad. How are you doing, Trilix? I really don't think they're going to ban anything in the next ban announcement. To be fair, I would be shocked if anything got banned. I would be happy if something got banned, but I would be absolutely shocked if something did. I think there will be a ban in Modern. I do not think that Underworld Breach is going to live through this one. They just didn't want to ban it during RC season, I think. If I had to put my money on anything, that is the one ban that I think will for sure happen. Yeah, that's the only ban that I think is almost for sure going to happen. Exactly lethal. That's unfortunate. We're not exactly the villain. We lost this. We're gonna run this through one more of these leagues. We're playing a very strange version of like a domain style deck. I'm gonna give it another shot, but before we start the next match, we'll look at it. I agree. I think we do need another set like Duskborn. So this is what we're gonna play through another league, or not a league, but a metagame challenge. This is like a weird, like hybrid domain, almost kind of like the old crab decks were. With Oculus, though, is like the payoff for putting cards in the graveyard. There's a list that Jerry T 5-0'd with in on Moto. Well, that's a lot of mono red and domain. That sounds like a kind of a rough place to play. That'd be kind of a rough local meta. Agreed. I agree, B. I hope Edge of Eternity is really cool. I really like that like theme. I think that I truly believe there'll be no bans in Standard, but if there are bans in Standard, I don't think it'll be just one card. I think we'll get 2 or 3 cards banned. But I don't think anything will change. I think that they're pretty happy with where standard is, which I agree as well. I think it's like pretty reasonable. Some cards that I would prefer not to be in standard, but let's go, opponent. I'm ready. Oh, is this the same guy we just played against? No, it's not. Dr. Ches is not the same guy. Oh, the same opponent that we just played. Well, that's the thing. Rage doesn't go away. Well, neither of those cards go away in September is the problem. Both of those cards are around for a little while longer because they're both out of Eldraine, and that doesn't rotate in September. I don't think, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Oh, no, it's fair. Up the beans is good. Yes. Yeah, Beans and Overlord is going to be a strong shell for as long as both those cards are in Standard. For sure. I agree. I think the meta is, like, very reasonable. But there are cards that I think that are, like, that push some of the decks a little bit overboard. But I don't think that anything really needs to change. I think we're in a pretty healthy spot right now for Standard, in my opinion. Yeah, Leyline and Zur rotating will gut the Domain deck pretty hard. I mean, you'll still be able to play Overlord and all that stuff, and it'll still be very powerful, but it's going to hurt the deck a lot. It's Kaito time. Two set? Oh, it's just two, isn't it? I think the third set's the one that brings a rotation, right? So we get Tarkir, and then we get Final Fantasy, and then the third set's the one that has the rotation. Yeah, on the third set. Yep, you're right. I don't think they will. I think we'll get different lands. I'm hoping we get Shock lands back. I want Shock lands in Standard. It's been a while since we've had the Shocks in Standard. But I don't think they'll ever reprint those out of Ravnica. Yep, April and June, then September will be the rotation. And this rotation, the rotation after this one won't happen until January of the following year, if I remember right. Let's go Stormchaser's talent. Do you think I'm just bouncing these two? This has felt fantastic. That's going to hurt it a lot. Like, Pixie losing the lands is going to be brutal, because the mana base in that deck is already trash. Sure. Let's gain 2 life. Being able to Seed of Hope into a removal spell is disgusting. We're losing half the fast lands. I think we're losing the allied fast lands. Are the ones we're losing. The other half were in OTJ, so they'll be around a little longer.
have you know.
This deck is hilarious, and I love it. This deck is so strange, and I love every second of it. I am loving every second of this weird pile of cards we are playing. We gonna ambush their Fear of Isolation because we're just the best here. Correct. I'm always excited to have a more diverse meta. Well, we don't. I think they might. I think they might. I mean, we do have the. Oh God, my brain's not working. We have the surveil lands that work well with the verges, so I could see them putting the other in. How are you doing, Nick? Hope you're having a good night. Let's go ahead and get some beats and pain in here. Turn in the corner quick. Or you can just give us fetch lands back in standard. We're going back to Tark here. We can get the allied fetches back, right? That'd be cool. Definitely want the temp lock down. We're just playing against, straight up pixies. We didn't see anything strange. They're playing stock up, so they're probably on the slightly bigger version. Sentinels are good here. Don't like the Sunfalls as much. Rise End are fine. We have all the temp lockdowns, which are good. Probably Tremont and Oculi or two. True, but if you run 24 shock land, if you run a bunch of shock lands in a format where mono red's already the best deck in standard, you're gonna have a bad time. Oh yeah, we should have brought the Balos in. I forgot those were in the board. 100% my bad. I was paying more attention to chat than I was my sideboarding. Who needs Baloth? We'll beat him without it. Fear. So much fear of isolation. Ooh, that'd be good. I would be happy with filter lands. We haven't had filter land in standard in ages. That'd be such a cool thing for him to bring back. Filter lands with the verges would be really cool. Filter lands are lands that want the Overlord. Yeah, like that. So they tap for colorless, or they tap for blue-red, or yeah. You can read that. I'm butchering it when I'm trying to explain it. Yeah, basically what it is it taps for colorless, and then you can tap a color that it would produce, and then you can filter it to whatever two color combinations you'd want. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a new cycle either. I was really excited with the Verges, so any other new cycles they make that are similar in power level to Verges I think would be great. The birds are some of the cooler lands I think they've printed in a long time. This is going to be a tough one. I think we're just dead. We can't negate this, though, at least. No, those lands were bad. The snarls were real bad. I don't think we can keep that. I don't think that does enough for us. That is true. They could pick 10 more Verges, just have them filter, or, like, produce mana the other way than the way the current ones do. That's probably going to kill us. Well, if they have this tiny big enough, we're dead. They should have just done that before combat. What are they doing? No? No, this tiny big enough? Okay. Alright, we're still alive, technically. Very technically. Some mana neutral. I guess we could go find an Oculus. How many cards do we have in our graveyard? We have 6. Well, I guess we have to eat the cards to do that. Let's go ahead. Let's go and find a land. I think they've already started doing that. Chops, I think they've already started being a lot more stingy with, like, how we're getting our lands. I think that happened a little while ago. That's why we are getting, like, half sets in different, like, half of the sets of lands in different sets, where they rotate at different times. Like, half the Verges will rotate at a different time than the other half. Same with the speed lands. I think it makes it a little more interesting that way. Don't think we can win anymore. I'm excited to play in the store championship this weekend to get some of the cool arts for those cards. I really like the deep cavern, like all 3 of those arts. I like a lot actually. The promos are sweet. So the promos are Deep Cavern Bat, Preacher of the Schism, and Virtue of Persistence. And I think the art for all 3 look really good. This is a matchup we don't want those, I think, actually. The standard metagame challenge is 2,000 gold. Definitely would recommend it. It is one of the best ways to, like, build a collection on Arena if you don't spend a bunch of money. Like, if you're trying to free-to-play, it's fantastic. Yeah, you start with 2K, but you get 500 back instantly. That's right, Penny. Or Pliny. The Elder. Yes. Also fair. It's a great way to build a collection without drafting. Well, that sounds fine. We'll throw an Overlord away. I mean, even if you, like, average a 3 wins, I think you net positive, if I remember right. Well worth, I think. Yeah, there you go. 3 wins gets you your entire entry fee back plus packs. Well worth, in my opinion. Yeah, I love it. These are some of my favorite weekends. So we'll be today, tomorrow, and Sunday. We'll be jamming just a bunch of metagame challenges. That is all we will be doing. We'll play some fun decks through. We'll play some of the more competitive decks. Starting with the fun stuff here. I think we're just starting the temp lockdown. Farming with mice is a great way to do it. Turns out mice are real good. Correct, yep. That first loss knocks you out. Gotta get that win streak. Do we play around Spell Pierce? I don't think we do. I want to put a tap land into play. We will be doing that tonight too. Queuing in with the Golgari Obliterator because I love that deck. I'm a big fan of casting Phyrexian Obliterator. Makes me happy. We've been running into more Pixie than anything else. I think we played against Pixie and or Blue-Black 3 times. I think we're supposed to impending this. Try to find a Leyline Binding. We failed. Another Overlord's not a bad one. Yeah, there's a lot of Pixie in here. I think we're going to go 0-1 this time. Actually, we are just dead. Damn. We got eaten alive by the Pixies. Alright, I think Chops posted a deck in the Discord that, oh, Goblins? I don't have all the Goblins cards, I don't think. I think I'm missing wild cards for this deck, if I remember correctly last I looked. I might have enough with my vault, maybe? Does that give me enough? I need 3 rare wild cards. I have 3. Oh, do I need 3 more? Oh, I don't have the Verges either. How many of these things am I missing? Oh, I'm missing all of them. Okay, well, we'll wait on that until we get more wild cards. We'll play one round through with Pixie, with like the control Pixie list, and then we'll see where we get from there. We'll be the bad guys for a round through. I think the black-white Pixie list is really good, but I think now, like this, if you want to play a Pixie list, the 75 we're playing right now is what I would recommend. It's a little bit bigger Esper version that doesn't play the Scavenger, because I think that card's kind of bad right now. I think we played 6 or 7 games with Ben Stark's list, and I thought it was really powerful. But I think the meta's kind of pushing around it now. Alright, let's Pixie him up. Yeah, so we could be playing as Oculus or just like blue-red. Blue-red artifacts, another thing could be. Definitely want to start with the Storm Chaser's talent. Get some critters down. That's another thing we'll play through is an Oculus. We'll play through with Jessica Oculus today too. Shocking. Oculus is great. I love that deck. Let's go ahead and Nightmare them here. Kind of want to see what they're doing. Playing Shock means I think they're on more of a weird Is It deck. Not something that's quite as normal, because this probably should just be Burst Lightning. Not really. Not like a good, like blue-red artifact deck, or like aggro deck. Oh, okay. So opponent is on a little bit of a brew. They're just playing, like, Is It double cast cards, I think. Or try to cast multiple cards in a turn, maybe like a Storm-ish thing. Yeah, that's the other thing. The first couple rounds in these can be a little bit strange. Nah, I don't think they're playing anything that's, like, unmeta, like, normal competitive deck. This would be probably a little rough for them. So one thing that is a little bit rough in these metagame challenges, sometimes the first couple rounds can be a little strange. What did they cast? A Braid. I hadn't seen that art for a Braid before. I know. Isn't that strange? Like, all the decks we were playing that were just, like, cool mid-range, or, like, not mid-range, but just, like, random decks, and we played against just a bunch of Pixie decks. Nice. A little Angel deck. That's cool. I do like that, the Overwhelming, or the Overseer, I think is what it is. 3-drop, gain a life, draw a card, 2-1. Hopeful Hunter, though, I think is also pretty good in those decks. Being 2 mana is huge. The 5-drop enchantment creature, the Overseer. Or not Overseer. Yes, we are. I think that card is well worth to be playing in anytime you're playing the my brain's not working. Anytime you're playing a Pixie deck, I think you should be playing 2 of the Overlords. Yeah, this is tough. It's tough for opponent. We just get to rip both cards out of their hand, hit them with a Pixie, then next turn we get to start Kaitoing to death. Yeah. It's not the fairest thing happening to opponent here. We'll make it quick. Oh, the desert. Oh, come on now. Let's tap. Let's tap so we actually can play our thing, shall we? Damn auto tapper's trying to give us the business here. Nowhere to run's probably good. Pick up our shock.
You fucking little start bitch.
You get over there?
Yeah.
Malcolm. Plus that, play Hopeless Nightmare, just swing for lethal here. Bring in a critter with 4 toughness and a defiled crypt for a destroy evil, probably. Be able to pick our critters back up. Stock-ups have been great. Tidebinder, I think you could change to Preacher if you'd rather be a little better against aggro. I like the Tidebinder because it gives you a little bit more of an edge against the domain decks and the domain and control decks, which I think are a worse matchup for you than the red decks. So I think Tidebinder is better in the main. But the stock-up have been very good. I don't think we keep this hand. We do keep this hand. Well, double black or double blue? Probably double blue with how our hand's situated. Cannot recommend stock up any more than I already have. I think that card is just cracked. Yeah, the aggro matchup for this deck is already really good. Yes, exactly. So I think you'd rather hedge towards the domain matchup. So, hence the Tidebinder in the main I think is better. That's fair. I don't know what that card does. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Okay. Start ripping cards out of their hand. No, honestly, the card's not that bad. The other half of it just puts an instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, on top of your deck. I thought it would be into your hand. Okay, so the bubble up is just absolutely terrible, but the creature side's not bad. Just a Kiln Fiend. Kiln Fiend with upside. I will take it. Hit me. Hit me! Ooh, time to break some momentum. Was it Spell Pierce time? Yeah, I feel like if it drew a card, it might not be that bad. Because the creature side's, like, very reasonable. But the putting it on top of your deck for the other side, that's pretty brutal. It's not even card neutral. It's card disadvantage. Or card selection, I guess, technically. But not great card selection. I would like to attack for 2 with my very scary otter. Get this other restless anchorage down here. We're getting so speedy, chat. So speedy. I mean, is it count as card selection if it's card disadvantage, technically? Because it does put it on top of your deck? So, the problem with Rest in Peace in these decks is you really want your graveyard, especially in this version, where you are trying to go later, so you kind of want to be able to do the Storm Chaser's talent plus this town ain't big enough way. That's another way for you to really stay ahead. And losing out on that, it can be pretty rough. Yeah, because that's the only problem with Rip. Like, it's nice to have the card that does just exile the entire graveyard, but it's not always worth it. Ah, another Robotic Alchemist. I think I kind of just want to pick up my things here. Oh, Nowhere to Run was a very good draw. Nowhere to Run. This one. Momentum Breaker, the other one. Storm Chaser's Talent. And, like, the only time that Rest in Peace is better, like, there's very few decks that Rest in Peace is better than your Ghost Vacuums, honestly. Like, it's really just the, like, Insidious Roots and the Green-Black Graveyard deck, but neither of those decks are particularly good anyway, so. Kind of feel bad for opponent. We're just drawing, like, Hot Fire against their deck, too. We're drawing exactly what we want basically every turn. I think Preacher over the... Or Tishana over Preacher is better in the main because our toughest matchup, I think, is Domain. And Preacher is pretty bad against Domain, but Tishana's Tidebinder is quite a bit better. Yeah, we're using all of our luck in this matchup. Well, to be fair, we have been getting a little rough on the luck the last few matches, so Jesus Christ. Actually, it's probably better to just pick up our Fear of Isolation, actually. Because this wasn't lethal, it was 1 point off of lethal. I kind of want to hit the land drop. I think this is fine. Just play land, pick up Momentum Breaker. So, against Domain, we would bring in... Let me pull up my sideboard here. You bring in the extra Tidebinder, the Destroy Evils, and the Spell Pierce, and the Break the Spell. You side out the Nowhere to Runs, the Go for the Throat. My board's not looking quite right. What else do you bring out? One, this town ain't big enough. I think that might be about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'd usually bring out one Fear of Isolation. Yes, you never bring out the Hopeless Nightmares against Domain. Yes, they do bring in the, they're going to bring in Obstinate Balos, but that's just a risk you have to take, because you need to get them low on cards. It's very important in that matchup, and that it's like 2 points of damage that you get from Hopeless Nightmare are massive. You just don't cast your Hopeless Nightmares on turn 1 in that matchup, usually. You wait until you get to a position where the Obstinate Baloth isn't going to just absolutely crush you. You can cut one. It is acceptable to cut one Hopeless Nightmare in that matchup. You cannot cut all of them.
The clone game, we're all Groots. You can be Groot or Iron Man.
And you just Groot it up, or Iron Man?
We're all Groots.
Yeah, I get it. Alright, we did it. We beat the Izzet. Yes, like you can kill them with just Hopeless Nightmare. It is a thing. Hopeless Nightmare is a hell of a card. Duress is good too. You also can bring in the Dreams of Steel and Oil as well, which I don't think are bad, depending on how creature heavy the domain list is. Like usually it's pretty decent because then you can just Dreams of Steel and Oil or Intimidation Tactics away the Obstinate Baloth. That sounds fine. Yeah, exactly. There's enough bounce that you can kill him with just Hopeless Nightmare. So we're playing against Domain here, so I would rather take the extra damage to start getting pressure down. Drew a Pixie. Oh, that's a pretty good draw, actually. Let's go ahead and Pixie back the Storm Chaser's talent. Recast. Just hope we don't get hit by a lockdown on turn 2. Or turn 3, I mean. Well, no lockdown. That's good. What do we want to do here? This is most likely a tap land turn. Probably just Restless Reef, attack with the 2, or attack with all my critters. We're gonna get hit with a Ride's End almost assuredly here. Either Ride's End or get lost. Well, Leyline Binding. Oh, I didn't even realize they had enough, they've got 4 different types out there. That's cute. Go ahead. Yeah, it is very good for us they didn't have Overlord on 3. That's less good for us. But at least we have no rare runs to work on that. Tashana's Tidebinder was a little late.